Elie Mystal. David just laid out what I think is his view as a DOJ veteran of why he relates to or defends how Attorney General Garland has approached this. Your response?
I have an idea. Merrick Garland should appoint a special prosecutor to become the Attorney General of the United States. Because apparently Merrick Garland can't do the job. And that is not me saying it. That is Merrick Garland saying it. Because if his office is too biased or corrupt, or if his office is perceived as too biased or corrupt to handle a simple investigation as to whether former public officials mishandled classified documents and why, if he can't even do that, then what use is he to anybody?
Now, are you being sarcastic or literal?
No, I am being literal. He is literally useless because the only thing that we expect of our Attorney General is to hold people accountable. We've got 2 years left in this administration, and according to Merrick Garland, he can't prosecute anybody who's in the public eye. Tell me, Ari, name for me, please, the public official over the next 2 years that Merrick Garland can investigate that won't say and have a credible claim to say that they should get a special prosecutor too. If we find the real George Santos, like locked in Congressman George Santos's basement, George Santos is going to say, I need a special prosecutor.
Right. All right. And then what do you think of what seems to be a carve-out? Where you have to have Trump experience to get these jobs?
Yeah, this is just Democrats failing 101, right? Like, we always try to appoint a Republican to make Republicans happy, and then Republicans are never happy, and then we say, oh, well, we tried, you know. And look, I understand that after this segment, my phone is going to blow up from half the Democratic Party and like Cyclops from the X-Men saying, Ellie, we're not supposed to be like Republicans. We're supposed to be better than Republicans. Well, you know what? You want to be better than Republicans? Then stop trading in bad faith false equivalencies.
Yeah, well, you make such an important point. And look, they're telling me I'm supposed to go on, but you make such an important point. I want to underscore this as we end the week. How can it be that all the good government people you talk to, I don't talk about it in a partisan sense, but overlapping what you're saying, be better. The good government people who bemoaned the 4 years of Trump, and Mr. Hur was someone who looked at the Trump DOJ and said he wanted in. Whether that was because he agreed or he didn't mind it or he thought he could change it. We've seen the reports of people who thought, oh, they'll be the one to change it. He wanted in, and he worked at high levels with Rosenstein. Why do people think that if those 4 years were so bad for the DOJ, and they were documented the worst time since Watergate for the agency's independence, that putting in more of those people restores balance? In other words, even if you take arguendo, as the lawyers like to say, the Comey-esque idea that it shouldn't just be some liberal Democrat, Biden friend, veteran, whatever, fine. Take that argument and put in a Bush senior person, and I can at least follow the logic. I can't, and you get the final word tonight in this segment, I can't understand the logic of those 4 years were bad. Now we'll take only people who served in the DOJ during that terrible time. This would be like, we only want people who were there with Watergate. Well, some of them are indicted, sir. All right, well, can't use them. We only want those other people. Is that logic possible to follow?
The first step in stopping the infection of Trumpism in our institutions is for those institutions to stop legitimizing Trumpists. That is the first step, and that is the step that our institutionalists today still refuse to take. Yeah. They still want to defend the idea of the institution as opposed to drawing a line in the sand and saying that these people who besmirched the institution will not be allowed back in.
I think that's a very important point, and we're talking about not just normal jobs, but some of the most powerful, independent prosecutorial jobs that exist.